All right, we're here at PAX East 2015, yet again with another developer that we love, Zoink Games. We're here with Klaus, the founder and director, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Of Zoink, yeah. So you guys may remember our review that we did of Stick It to the Man. This game looks a lot like Stick It to the Man, but other than that in looks, it's totally different, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a very different game, definitely. I mean, we did Stick It to the Man, which is an adventure game, adventure puzzler, and now we wanted to try to do something that's a lot more action, hardcore. Yeah. So this is a brawler, you know. Yeah.
Right, you guys are inventing the genre. I think I read the story-brawler. Tell us a little bit more what that means.
It's just that we want to put out that we really still want to stick to the part that there is an adventure in there. There is some puzzle elements. There's some parts in there. It's really heavy on story and character development. So it's not like the other games where there's just the character we just play around with. Here we really try to build up a big story around each character, you know. And the whole story, I mean, the story itself starts out quite simple, with basically Loki steals Odin's only eye, and Odin then tries to go out and get it back, but Thor doesn't want to help him, so he raises these 4 zombies, but then goes on a journey to basically get the eye back. And what's kind of cool about it is that it's not just that story, it's really the story about the 4 characters, how they form a friendship, and how they, sort of like a weird buddy movie, you know, in a way.
Right, they take that friendship to the extreme. You guys encourage beating each other up a little bit, using each other's dead parts and stabbing each other, throwing each other for treasures and stuff. Tell us about that dynamic.
Yeah, so when we thought about, okay, we're going to do a zombie Vikings game, that's kind of funny, but what's interesting when you actually can't die? If you can't die, what could you do with the body then? So that's why we have, for example, if you eventually lose all the energy, your head pops off, but your friends can take up that head, walk around with it, and use it as a weapon, actually, because you can still puke with your head, and so you actually have to put the head back on the body, and then you're back into the game. But you can also stab each other. Since you're a zombie, you don't really die from stabbing each other, so you can actually, one can stab one, and the other one can stab one, so you can kind of like form almost like a tower of people stabbing each other, which is quite cool.
So tell us about the other 4-player part, where all the zombies come together at a certain part of the game, and each person like controls a certain part of the zombie. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's kind of like a weird magic spell we have in the game. There's a place where you kind of can stitch yourself into like a giant zombie. So basically you walk into the light, you can stitch it together, and then like, let's say you get part of the one side of the body, I get part of the other side of the body, and one gets to actually shoot little bombs, and the 4th player, who is maybe unlucky, gets to just play a drum, and that's it.
So how do you coordinate that between 4 players, you know?
Well, it's basically like if you start walking to the left, and you don't do it, I walk to the right, then it looks like it's almost ripping apart, you know?
Right.
But then if you like, we both walk to the left, then it walks that direction, you know? So that tells you, okay, we go left, okay, go right, you know, so coordinate it together as you sit there and play, yeah.
Right. So with that dynamic, you guys are keeping it local co-op, or is it going to be online co-op as well?
It's going to be online co-op too, so it's a big...
That's going to get interesting.
Yeah, you're going to have to headphones, talk to each other, you know?
Sure, yeah.
Which is the way to play a brawler, you know, I think, yeah.
Awesome. So, yeah, we're seeing the gameplay here. It's huge. It's hugely popular, obviously. I mean, you guys put out Stick It to the Man. A lot of people know that. So, are you trying to, you know, keep that same art style going throughout all your games, or, you know, the art style obviously looks like Stick It to the Man, but are you trying to keep that? Is that like a Zoink characteristic you want to keep, or are you guys going to branch off from that?
I think we are actually developing another game right now, which doesn't look at all like this. I think for us, it's just, you know, we just want to be creative, you know, and it's not really the style itself. It's more if there's an interesting way to do a game, if it's an interesting way to do an art style, then we want to do it, basically, you know. This way, in this game, it really worked out with the same kind of art style because of the humor and the way it's told. You kind of have to pick an art style that fits the story and the humor, you know. If it's a game that's really serious, then you can't look like this, you know.
Sure, exactly, yeah. So talk about platforms for release. Is this coming out, first of all, is it coming out this year?
It is coming out this year. It's coming out in July on PlayStation 4 and Steam, and then we hope to release it a little bit later on Xbox and WiiU.
Excellent, awesome. So here's a look. We got Zombie Vikings. Awesome guy here, Klaus. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time, and we'll be featuring you on the show, obviously.
Thank you. That's great. Thank you, man.